If you look at me like, and I go like this, it means stay where you're at, you're fine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What questions? You guys have been married like 5 times.
Yeah, I know. Isn't this great?
We have a different group of people here. Obviously, we have a good amount for this workshop, which is awesome. Sold out, so you guys are part of an elite club, so that's fantastic. Now, just so everybody knows, my workshops are not conventional. They're not politically correct. We're very awesome to each other. Nobody can say nasty or things that are hurtful to each other, but we have a good time, okay? You are going to have a moment, maybe 2, maybe 200, during this workshop and wedding where you're pissed, where you're frustrated, where you're annoyed, whatever it might be. You will feel those emotions. You know what my advice is? Get over it, okay? My workshops are not for the weak. My workshops are real experiences. And the only way I can give you a real, non-sterile experience is by doing something that's real. Because this is a real wedding, there's only so much space. The purpose of you coming to this workshop isn't for you guys to be able to shoot every single angle of the entire wedding. That's physically impossible. You will learn, take as many pictures as you want. Build your portfolio, by all means. You're going to learn the most if you watch. My point is, guys, if you are so eager that you're taking shots and you're not really understanding what's happening, you've wasted your time and your money. So as we're going today, make sure to communicate with me when you need something, okay? And just say, hey, Jason, I'm not getting this. Also keep in mind that your shots are going to look probably different than they normally do. They'll be darker than you're used to. That's because the rest of the world completely screws up and F's up their exposure, whereas I have correct exposure, and the rest of the really good photographers have correct exposure. That's why my skies look the way they do. It's because I know how to expose. It's not hard. You'd be amazed how I get my fake skies. It's by correct exposure. Okay, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do that, and it's not difficult. But you have to train yourself on how to do it, because your cameras will not automatically do that for you. Next thing is, your cameras, you should all be shooting in manual. If you're shooting in automatic, you completely wasted the reason you came here. Okay? Manual, automatic priority modes are for wussies. Okay? You guys need to go full manual. If you're not, you're not really a photographer. Now, I know when I post that video and that saying, what I just said gets posted, I'm going to get grief. It's the truth. It's the truth. You call yourself a photographer, but you don't know how to program a camera? Come on, guys. Okay, so if you currently struggle with that, that's why you're here. Do not be embarrassed. And I'm here to help you guys with that. Now, Joyce is scanning the crowd. I'm going to say this. This is a verbal authorization, a verbal acknowledgement of what I posted online, which is that your likeness, your image, everything about you that you do at this workshop, good, bad, or ugly, is being recorded, and I will use it for marketing purposes. What I'm going to do with you guys here is, once we have our bride and groom arriving, Vinny and Kate, what you're going to see is how I conduct myself with a bride and groom that I've never met. Many times I get asked, how do you deal with brides and grooms you've never met? Well, now you're going to see. Half of my brides and grooms I do not meet before the wedding day. Okay, they just trust I'm going to do a good job. Okay, I've never met this couple. They're from the East Coast. They're doing a destination wedding here at Disney. You guys are all officially, for the purposes of tomorrow, my team. Okay, now has anyone ever rolled up with 15 people? No. But if someone's going to do it, it's going to be me, right? She's getting in a Cinderella carriage. Who wants that shot? If you want that shot, raise your hand. Everybody wants that shot, right? How do you get that shot if there's freaking 15 of us? Well, 10, but 11 if you include me. How do you get it, right? It takes everyone being very mindful of each other and keeping the spaces that I give you. Okay, if you don't keep those spaces, I will call you on it, because I don't feel you're being respectful to the rest of the group. Okay.
Hi. How are you?
So I take your Kate.
I'm Kate, yes.
And you're Vinny.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Hi, nice meeting you. So just as like an early joke, guys, I was ready an hour and a half ago. We were waiting on him. Let's just start that joke right off the bat.
If it helps Vinny, I mean, you look sexy, bro.
It was awesome.
I mean, you got your biceps going, the pecs going. Wife beater underneath. It's fantastic. So just so you guys know, they contacted me a couple months ago. They saw my work online, and they're really cute. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you're probably never going to shoot our wedding, but we love you," and blah, blah, blah.
Pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so something that you guys should know is when I get contacted by a client, I immediately respond. And I mean immediate. She contacted me, it was 10 minutes later, we're on the phone.
Less than that.
Less than that?
You were right. As soon as I hit send, a minute later, it was on my cell phone. I was like, oh my gosh, wow.
And it was like 9:30 at night. I texted her, I said, "Where are you?" She goes, "On the East Coast." I'm like, "Do you want to talk?"
Yes.
So it was awesome. And then we came up with this idea, and the rest is history. So this is our group. We know that there's about one photographer to every 3 guests. So we're gonna be real careful with that. What concerns, if any, do you have about doing a workshop at your wedding?
We trust you. We trust in it. I think most people would have questions like, you know, is everybody going to be positioned, or this, that, and the other thing, how it's going to be. But honestly, you know, you're the master. We trust you.
You're awesome.
Trust the process.
Yes, yes. Something I always tell my brides and grooms is, it's weird, I'm like talking in front of them, but something I always tell them is you have to let go. You have to let me do my thing, because you've done this once, I've done it. I don't know what count this is, but it's got to be up to 200 weddings or something at this point. So it's a lot, right? And that's only in 7 years. So no concerns. Anything I need to know about your mom, dad, friends, family? Any potential conflicts? Anyone going to kill each other at the wedding?
Italian and they're insane.
They may all
Italian and insane.
They may all kill each other. So just, if blood is shed, if you want to get some pictures. I
was going to say, the only thing I ask is that if anyone is going to hit someone or there's going to be mayhem, give me about a 2-minute warning. And I will position myself. You'll see me moving the lights. Like, what's happening? Oh, this is where the fight's going to happen.
My family's from the country.
One thing you'll find with a lot of your clients, if you're a really good photographer, is that you almost in some ways become a de facto planner.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and one thing I would tell you is don't run away from that role, because it gives you more control. Okay, so you might say, that's not my job. I want my clients to come to me, because when they come to me, I get more input into the wedding. And it helps them, because they'll hit roadblocks with crappy vendors. Okay, and it happens at every wedding. When you guys see your wedding pictures a couple weeks from now, what do you see?
Different, not Sears Photo Studio. Something really different.
Sears Photo, Olin Mills. But why did you hire me?
Okay, so we went, can I give a little backstory?
Sure.
We went on Google and we were looking at all these different wedding photographers, and there were a lot of ones that Disney had suggested, and when we were going through them, they were, you know, $6,500, $7,000, and, you know, whatever. But I'm looking at their pictures, and it's something, okay, everybody stand in a line and let me take that picture. And we're musicians, we're artists, we're rock musicians, and we want something totally out of the box. We want something different and unique, and if we're almost dying to get a shot, that's awesome. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for something that people look at and they're like, holy shit, you know, who's your photographer? So
absolutely.
And your stuff stuck out so much.
That's awesome. One thing that I get a question on a lot is, how do you talk your clients into doing stuff? I find the right clients. My clients, what does she just say? If she's almost dying, she's getting the right shot.
That's the one.
So these guys will do anything I ask because they want what I want. So you guys just doing that makes a huge difference. So I'm jazzed to.
It's trust, you know. You're not going to kill us. That's too much liability.
No. If anyone will die, it will be me. Much to the chagrin of my wife, but no. But I will take good care of you guys. Vinny looks pretty tough. I don't want to mess with an Italian. He's got to know people that could just disappear. There's a nice mob joke right there. I just threw in.
They just landed.
But when I'm capturing you guys and you're interacting with each other, do you see yourself more looking at me, or do you see yourself more interacting with each other?
I think even musically, I'm thinking almost musically, because that's kind of how we do a lot of our interacting. I feel like we come up with something separate that ends up working together in the forefront, if that makes any sense. And from a shot perspective, you could do that too, I guess.
It does, actually. We were in Vegas, and someone came up they said to me, you know, your shots really don't make sense, but I love them. And, you know, why would you put a bride in the middle of an abandoned amusement park? I don't know, it's cool, right?
It's awesome. I love that.
So, and you guys love your tattoos, right?
I would never cover my tattoos. No.
All right, perfect. See, it's important you guys know that about your clients. Don't try to change your clients. Okay, if you're not comfortable doing a certain kind of a client, then don't do it. As long as I don't personally dislike them, like okay, we're not a good match. You hate me, I hate you. I don't want to shoot your wedding, and why do you want me to shoot your wedding, right? And I've been in the middle of a consultation with a client, and I've actually said something to that effect of, yeah, I just don't think we're a great match. The point I'm trying to make is, guys, with your clients, I think if you're going to be a business owner, I think that you need to be comfortable with dealing with all of the aspects that go into that business. Is there anything else that I need to know about you that I currently do not know?
I don't think so.
Do I need to do mom shots?
Oh, you don't have to. What's grace? I don't care.
Mom shots are when I get you looking at me like you went to prom, and you stand next to each other and you hold each other's hands. The reason I call them mom shots is because I'll do all my fun, crazy, unique shots, and then the moms will be like, "Where's the shot of him looking at the camera?"
When you said mom shots, I thought you said, "Do you want us to get shots with her?" And I was just kind of like,
you don't care? I would have done that, by the way. Okay, so pretty much I can do whatever I want.
Whatever the hell you want. This is all you. We trust you. All of 100% of our trust is with you right now.
Okay, well, this is awesome. But see, the important thing for my attendees' sake is you guys, most photographers don't sit down and even have this conversation.
Nope, you're absolutely right.
They won't sit down and even have this conversation. This conversation, if in the future she gets her shots and she goes, "Oh, I wish I had more of my mom," I'd be like, "You told me you didn't care."
Yeah, did not give a shit.
You know what I mean? So having this conversation is key, and most people don't do it. And I'm also really setting expectations. The engagement shoot, obviously you're not using it for save the date because it's tomorrow. What do you guys plan on using these shots for?
Honestly, just I would think almost as artwork, like something around the house, something amazing to put around the house.
We wanted to do an engagement shoot anyways, and we just squeeze it in, so it kind of works out now anyways. Just
awesome.
I can tell you what we don't want them for.
Please, please.
Engagement shots, and they're dressed down in jeans and t-shirts, and they're hugging trees, and they're in the park, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute, you know? I want people to like...
That's called indie vintage, by the way.
Well, you know, when we're waiting for people, you know, people are waiting for us or whatever, they're hanging out at our house, and they're looking at these, they're like, who the hell was your photographer? That's what we want. We want something that's conversational, that can be on the walls, or in a book, or whatever, and, you know, I mean, could even, with your permission, of course, be used as, like, album art, or something really unique.
No, you can't use any of my shots.
Perfect.
Just kidding.
That's why I asked.
No, I'm just kidding. I want you to use my shots. Are you kidding me? It's more exposure for me. Or what questions do you have for me?
I have none.
Absolutely.
I have absolutely none.
We talked, you know, on the phone.
One thing, did you tell that you were like in literal constant contact with us almost every day, talking with him, like he's so personal. And the thing that I really love about you, and I don't know if everybody tells you this, but on your Facebook page, it's so personal. And
oh, really?
It's not just a matter of a very cold, unapproachable, like, this is my art, this is what I do.
I work for Rolling Stone, I shoot.
There are pictures of your family, there's things that you're doing, pictures of you on shoots. So I felt like I was almost with you on those shoots before I actually had you as part of our shoot.
Awesome.
And that was very important with us. We've shot with Chris Young from Rolling Stone, and he was very unapproachable, and we didn't know what to expect with him. And I felt like coming into this room just now, I felt like, oh, I already know him. You know?
Awesome. I love to hear that.
So that's real important too. I don't know if that's helpful for anybody, but when you're building your websites and stuff, like, it was just very nice to be able to see who you were as a person, not just as an artist.
Awesome. No, I really appreciate that feedback. It helps me know if I'm screwing up or doing it right. Hi, my name is Jason Lanier. We're here at the Real Wedding Workshop for Disney and Disneyland. It's going to be amazing. Today we came down and we did an engagement shoot here at LACMA, Los Angeles County Museum of Art. We always do an engagement shoot with the bride and groom beforehand. That enables me to gauge how the group is working, enables me to see how the couple interacts with us, and enables me to really plan better for the wedding day, which is tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to this experience. We have a great group here. We have 10 workshop attendees. I have a couple assistants, so all in all about 14, 15 people. But my goal is to make sure that that has zero impact on the wedding and that they have an amazing wedding experience. I do something different than some other photographers. I don't know a lot of other photographers that do it, but I'm sure there's someone somewhere who does. But I use my macro a lot, okay, for shooting outdoors. I have a 105 macro, and it's just such a gorgeous lens to use for portraiture. And if I'm standing here and the subject is right where the light, that lamp post is, I'm going to get a nice half body or full body shot, but the bokeh and the depth of field is phenomenal. What questions do you guys have? All right, get out your cameras. What's the first thing you should be doing, guys? When you're setting your exposure, what's the first thing you should be doing?
The custom white balance.
No, you don't need to do custom white. Just do Kelvin. What's the first thing you should be doing for your exposure?
So I should throw this thing away?
Yeah. I haven't used that. Well, I used it once and threw it away.
How do you know what Kelvin to use? Do you use a light meter?
No, I use, this is my process, okay guys? First I'm going to set up my exposure point. My exposure point is going to be my sky. I don't care about anything except the sky, okay? Now the clients hear that and they're like, what the heck? What do you mean you don't care about us? Of course I care about them, but if I don't get a shot of them with the sky in it, then it's a crappy shot. Welcome to 90% of wedding photographers. They put their exposure point on them and they blow out the sky, okay? They're in the shade right now. If I set my exposure point for them, the shade is blown, the sky is blown out, gone. Yeah, that's what every wedding photographer does, and it's why it's such junk.
That's why they put fake clouds in.
Exactly, okay? So, we're not going to put fake clouds. We're actually going to use what God gave us and use this beautiful blue sky, okay? So I'm going to set my exposure for the sky. What does that mean? Okay, your sky should look like this. And I know it's one screen, there's not a lot of you. But you see how blue my sky is? See that?
You've gone. Yeah, it left us.
I saw it over too.
Okay.
Okay, your sky should be blue. If your skies aren't blue, your shots suck. Or gray or whatever the sky is, right? If it's like Satan's coming and the sky's red, make sure you get that red spot on. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is set our exposure for the sky. Second thing we're going to do is, if we need to, if we're going to shoot them in the shade here, how do we illuminate them when we want a blue sky?
Flash.
Right. So you have a couple, or reflectors, okay? Now, right now there'd be no possible way to use a reflector right in this very spot. We could certainly use one on the other side, but right here it's impossible. Who has an external flash? Now, if we're going to shoot here, we're going to use the external. If we're not shooting here, we're going to just use natural light. I'm going to shoot both natural light and with my flash in here. I am going to be using my strobies, okay, which Joyce is setting up right now, okay? That's my off-camera flash system. Well, Interfit's off-camera flash system. While they're getting the flash set up, I'm going to take out my other camera and I'm going to shoot with some natural light. So we're going to start with the natural light while they're getting my flash set up, and then we'll go from there. There we go. Still too bright, but it's getting close. That's still a little too bright.
Still?
A little bit.
I have to go up to 2.2.
What are you at now?
I was at 2.8.
2.8. Well, you don't want to go to 2.2. That'll make it brighter.
I was at 2.0, but now I'm going to have to go up.
That's perfect. Thank you. That's really good. See? I'm shocked because it's a Canon. All right, what do you have, sweetie?
I have it at 100 ISO now.
There you go.
Is that good?
There you go. You guys want to see the definition and the whites, okay? Anything that you're shooting, you want to have your definition has to be seen in the whites. Why? Because we're shooting like wedding dresses, right? So if this is the middle of the day and this is the ceremony site, you want to get the whites in the dress. What I'm teaching you with the sky is completely applicable to your wedding dresses. Again, you look at most wedding photography now, the dresses are what? They're blown out. People.
It's all like that lifestyle portraiture.
It's bullcrap is what it is.
All glowy.
It's bullcrap is what it is. What it is an excuse for people to be bad photographers. It's a fad and it will end. I mark my words, it'll end.
The light meter?
Yeah, do you know where your light meter is?
I don't know.
Okay. That's your light meter.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to point it at your subject, your area. There you go.
They're going to share.
Okay, so see that's good right there.
Okay.
You want it kind of right there to that tick.
Okay.
Okay. You want your light meter in your camera should be to the negative. Okay. If it's to the negative, that's a good thing. If it's over, you've really screwed up because now it's overexposed.
So are you setting your Kelvin then, or are you doing?
I am. I'm glad you brought it up.
It's sad. I totally.
Guys, in your cameras, you should be setting your white balance by your Kelvin. Now, some of you, and I'm not trying to be funny right here. I'll stop the jokes and count and all that. But some of you, you're not going to be able to set your Kelvin. You don't have cameras advanced enough. I don't know why they do it. They just do. Okay. Most of you should. So, if you look at your white balance, you definitely should not have your white balance on auto, though. Okay, I am anti-auto on everything, including my flash. I'd also recommend that you guys, if you have an external flash now, you get it out and put it on, just so when you're ready to go, you're not having to run back here and get going. Does that make sense? Now, I am going to set my Kelvin right here, probably about 5,000. I'm at my white balance is at 5260. Yeah, your Kelvin is going to go between a range of 0 to 10,000. Okay, obviously 5,000 is right in the middle. The higher the number, the warmer or the more red or orange the shot's going to be. The lower the number, the cooler or more blue the shot's going to be. Does that make sense?
So like 5,800.
That'd be pretty warm. But I mean, at 5,800 is not that warm. If it's in the 5,000s, but you know what? Take a shot, look at it. If you like their skin tone, ultimately you're trying to match their skin tone.
Okay.
You guys feel like celebrities yet?
No, it's really awesome and fun. And we were just talking about how awesome you are. Like, this is really great.
Oh, cool.
This is really great.
Awesome.
Do you have business cards?
I do.
We're gonna have
I want a stack.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Robin, what is that? Did you buy it? Did you buy Strobies? No. You lie. Oh, you're a liar. You did.
I'm so proud of these things, and I'm going to let this lady use my triggers so they will buy them too, because like everybody needs them.
I know, they're amazing. All right, just so y'all know, these are my pivot head glasses. You're all being warned. You are now being filmed right here. Just so everybody knows. So you guys are being filmed right here. Okay, ready? Lean up against him. Both of you look up and show us. Look at those stars right there. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. No. Ooh, that's nice. Give him a kiss on the cheek. Vinny looks like a pimp right there. Okay, right now I'm my 105. I'm at 800 f4.5. ISO's all the way down. I'm exposing for their skin at this point because I'm shooting with my 105. Hey, Kate, come out on the other side of him, honey. Actually, go back. Take a small step to the left. Now lean into him. Look over his right shoulder. There you go. Kate, come right over here. There you go. Wrap your arms around him. There we go. Just like that. Perfect. Vinny, look down to your left. Look at that. That is awesome. Wrap around him right here.
Same thing?
Same thing. Okay. Vinny, you just look like a pimp still. There we go. Kate, come over here, sweetheart. Over here, honey. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Pull that hair back. I'm also coming this way because the wind is blowing this way, and I want the hair that way. I don't want it in her face. There we go. Actually, Vinny, get down a little lower. Spread your legs out. There we go. We're going rodeo style here. All right, Kate, come on in.
Like that? Or the front way, like that?
There. Let me hug Vinny. I'll show you.
Do it. Show me, because I have no idea what you want from me, and I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine, honey. Don't worry. Don't do this. She's gonna come and she's gonna go like this. You see that, Kate?
Gotcha. Yes. Understood. Thank you.
You feeling in the mood now? See how nice and even that lighting is? Lean your head against him. There we go. That's what I want.
What's the back of your camera look like?
All the time.
Oh. Damn, that looks good.
Kate, look right here. Hey guys, a great shot over here. Look right at me. 1. Oh no, stay like that. That's awesome. Vinny, look at us, brother. Just like that. Kate, come back this way just a little bit, honey. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow. That's definitely not the people strolling through the fields. There you go. Fantastic. Okay. Kate, you're going to switch your legs up, honey. There we go. We always want that front leg to be the one that comes up. Okay, if she does do it the other way, honey, yeah, if she does it like that, then we block her foot. Switch it back. Now we get both feet. We always want that front foot to be the one that's actually positioning. So I know there's a good sized group. So guys, I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes right here. I'm going to move out of the way, believe it or not, and let you guys get some shots. Okay, go ahead and shoot.
If you guys want to sit here, anything, just tell us.
Look towards me, Kate. Put your chin down. Chin out a little. And then get closer to her.
Closer to her. Step in front of her like this. There you go.
Kate, look right at me. Vinny, put your head down. Put your head down to the right. Just like that. Vinny, actually turn your head to me. Just like that. 1, 2. Wow, that's a killer shot. Don't move. See guys, I relinquished that spot. I came over here. I'm getting amazing shots. I want you guys to really understand how you can move anywhere and get great shots. You really, really can. I don't want you guys to be so focused on where I'm shooting, because you can really, throughout this entire wedding, this is why we do the pre-shoot, I want you guys to understand just how many shots are available. Now, I am not exposing for the sky in here. I'm shooting at 105. I'm not exposing for the sky. So my exposure setting is all for them, which is perfect because of the fact, guys, that they are not in the sun. Does that make sense? Now, who needs a shot in here who hasn't gotten one? Put your foreheads together. Look at each other. There we go. Hey John, can you take a step to the left real quick, brother? I want to get that bokeh. Do you mind if I take your shoes off? Can we take your shoes off?
Make it short, isn't it?
Make it short. I'm going to take her shoes off so I can work with the height differential between the two.
Is that a little better?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great.
And then you pop that in.
Yeah. Then you in Lightroom you pull up that shadow slider. It'll be awesome. Lean your head into his chest. There we go. Gorgeous. 1, 2, 3. All right. Wow. That lighting is amazing. You two are awesome. You stay so still. So many couples, I'm like, no, go back, go back, go back, go back. You guys see how easy it is? You can get them in one spot and seriously shoot them for an hour. So many people are so quick to move and move and move, and they miss all the different shots that exist. All natural light. I always get all the time, oh, why do you hate natural light? I don't hate natural light, I love it. You just have to know when to shoot it. I want you to throw all the hair in front of your face. I don't want to try and stop it from being in front of your face. This is going to be more like a Hollywood messy. You're very in fashion. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And now look off that way. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to expose for the sky. I want the blues, and I'm going to add the video, the off-camera flash in to really make them pop. Let's see, I can go from all the way from 1/128.
And you're controlling it.
I'm controlling it right here, brother.
Shit.
Isn't that awesome?
Badass.
It is. The quantums, you can't do that.
No.
When you point, do you point it for like the side of their head or?
It's a great question. When I'm pointing the light, their light should always kind of come into the bridge of right into the middle of the nose.
Okay.
That's how we reduce shadows.
Okay.
So both of you look right into the light right there, just like that. 1, 2, 3. See how much flash I'm getting?
No freaking way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's in the middle of the day.
That looks like, honestly, it looks like Photoshop.
Yeah, that's why people think my stuff's fake. What time is it? I need to make sure we get back.
5.
Is it 5?
Yeah, it's about time. We're gonna
All right, we're doing a group shot and then we're heading back. All right, guys, everybody line up right here. Hey, guys, you guys squeeze in. Pretend like you like each other, all right? I'm coming right in between Chris and the bride and groom. All right, B, come on over here. You see, that's what we're going for right there.
Okay.
So if you stand about right here and just push it, it should be good to go.
Perfect.
All right.
I can do that.
Squish in, huh?
She's not looking.
Are you smiling?
Look through it, sweetie.
What?
Look through it.
Look through the camera.
All right, everyone do a fun one. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
One more.
All right, good job, guys.
I like it.
All right, we got to get back to the rehearsal. Hi, I'm Jason Lanier. We're here at the Disneyland Hotel for the rehearsal. This is part of my group. We're going on in. We're going to meet with the Disney people. We're going to meet with the bride and groom over at the Rose Garden Pavilion. And we're going to review how we do everything for the wedding day. Then after that, we're going to go to dinner. But right now is the rehearsal, which is critical for us to be ready for the wedding. And I'm going to share it with you guys. So let's go. You know, Jace, you're looking pretty styling with those think tank bags, brother.
Thank you, man. I do the best I can.
They'll probably be getting ready in here. Okay. There's Vinny right there. Yeah, we'll see you in there. Yeah. So we're gonna go up here now. You guys you can obviously stay here and listen, but yes, like I said, let me do the talking. Rehearsals are a lot of times, I don't like to even get too involved. I attend very few rehearsals. To be candid, the only reason I'm at this one is for your benefit. That's the honest truth. So let's go up and see what they're doing over here.
I'm sorry. Jenna, it's my wife.
Here's what's gonna suck. And I always like to be very honest. Where's the sun right now?
Behind the trees.
So where's it gonna be at 5 o'clock?
Right there.
Okay. Right. So what's the best shot gonna be?
There,
okay.
facing this way.
Facing this way, right? And is that really gonna work?
No.
Right, so this is a situation we have to deal with what we have.
You look lovely.
Can somebody sing something, please?
Okay. Are you a flower girl?
Yeah.
Are you going to be throwing flowers?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to do a walkthrough. She's going to get ready down here at 3 o'clock, okay? I love the fact she's getting ready in a ballroom, though. And why is that? Not a ballroom, a meeting room. There's lots of space. Okay, so that's actually for our purposes, that's fantastic because it gives us more space tomorrow. He's most likely going to get ready down there. Depending on our timing and situation, I might give you guys the latitude to hop back and forth between rooms. And I might just give you a time where you have to be back. That doesn't bother me at all, okay? As long as you guys are very mindful of the fact that they're my clients. So just be careful how you talk to them. In other words, don't be pushy and don't ask them to do anything they don't want to do. So she's going to come out here. The Cinderella carriage is going to be right here, guys. Okay, it's going to be right here. I'm going to be on this grass. Everyone better be behind me, okay? When the carriage goes down, no one is allowed to go in front of it, or you will ruin the shots for everyone. And if there's one thing, I have an obligation, not only to my clients, but I have an obligation to all of you. If we have 2 people go down there and you ruin the shots for everyone else, that really sucks. So just don't do it. If I'm here, okay, and I feel like dancing. If I'm here, the carriage is here, I will be staging shots just like I did last time, whether they're holding her dress or whatever it might be, okay? I'll be staging those shots. Just fire away, guys, have at it, okay? More than likely, the sun is gonna be about right there, so it will still be shady in here because this is gonna block. So you can either shoot natural light or you can shoot with a strobe. If I'm here, can you guys go right here? Absolutely. Your mindset. Well, we did part the Red Sea for you. You feel real special, don't you?
Thank you very
High fives.
much.
I could have drugs on my hand. Okay. So, carriage will be here. You guys will all be behind me. Now, I will allow for a few folks, if you want, to go over there and get a shot of the carriage coming down. The only caveat to that statement is you're going to have to be, everyone turn around and look that way. You'd have to be over there. So you're not going to get a shot until it comes down. Okay, you're not going to get a shot until the carriage kind of hits where that trash can is, all right? So you're allowed to do that. If you don't want to be back here with the herd, totally understandable. I will I'm speaking, that's the freaking music.
You're rolling your eyes.
That was so unintentional. Oh, more than likely. Tomorrow. That was really weird. I like Puss in Boots. But I will more than likely have a second photographer. He'll be to the left, okay? More than likely be Steven. And he'll be over there shooting, and he'll have the same instructions. And he'll tell you, and she'll tell you, when I tell my people to be somewhere, I expect them to be there. And I do not want them to move, because I really do map this stuff out. If he sneaks out and gets what I call greedy, he ruins my shot. Joyce will also tell you, I afford them that same respect. Okay, if I know they're in a certain spot and I've asked them to get that shot, I don't stick my fat butt over there. I make sure that, because I want them to get a shot, right? So the bottom line is, as we're talking tonight, you guys can let me know what position you would like. If I don't have a second photographer shooting tomorrow, or even if I do, I might set up a secondary camera on there and remote fire it and pray it works, because it'll be on a stupid pocket wizard. So now let me show you the secondary spot. Over here, this is where you would be, okay? The carriage is coming down. If I was shooting this would be my shot. Gorgeous shot. You have the foliage. You have a gorgeous shot of the carriage coming down. You can quickly move right over here, get another gorgeous shot of the carriage coming down. Does that make sense? To a newer photographer, this might seem daunting and might seem like you're not going to get a shot. To a more experienced photographer, which I'm trying to help you guys get there, and some of you are already there, this is completely doable. It's like when we're at LACMA. You could move 2 feet to the left, 2 feet to the right, 1 foot either direction, you get a great shot. You guys have to start thinking that way, okay? When my second photographers shoot, if they're getting the same shots as I'm getting, they're fired. I don't need my shot. I'm going to get my shot. I don't need them to get my shot. I need to get them to get something entirely different and unique. I mean, a shot in between these trees of that carriage would be awesome. For those who have worked or shot with me, I always start 1 hour before the start time of the ceremony. I never start earlier, unless they're doing a first look. They are not doing a first look. I'm starting 2 hours early tomorrow, simply because of all of you guys. I want to give you guys time to not be stressed. I want to get you guys acclimated to the wedding environment before we start, and I want to give you guys time to shoot. I pace the wedding for my clients. I'll go up to them and say, I'm leaving in an hour and you haven't done 5 things. Yeah. So how important is it to you? We've staged cake cuttings, we've staged first dances, we've staged a lot of stuff. And if they say, hey Jason, I don't care, no problem.
Sorry, they said they wanted to talk to you about what we're doing. I don't...
Sure.
Hello.
Hi.
I know you're Jason, see she called you.
Yes.
I'm Herta.
Very nice to meet you, Herta.
Your photographers can be anywhere and they get a good shot.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
The coach comes.
All of you guys have big arms, man. Freaking beat us up. Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm the crazy Californian.
That's his crew.
Are you Dad?
No.
No, but it's nice to meet you anyways.
The other fat guy is Dad.
Oh, the other fat guy?
The ugly fat guy is Dad. The good-looking fat guy is Dad.
Very nice to meet you. Lots of fat guys, Herta. Yay!
Thank you.
Yay! Yay for you too, Herta.
Oh, thank you.
The carriage is just staying put. If you want a shot, now again, the caveat to whatever I'm going to say is that we're going to be like a rolling wave. I'm going to go down, I'm going to hear, okay, I'm going to back up, okay. So one couple things to keep in mind, don't put a lot of stationary gear down. It'll probably get knocked over and it's going to make a noise and it's going to make a mess, okay. Be mobile. Second thing to keep in mind is no cell phones. Man, that ruins a wedding. I hate it. Cell phones off, not on vibrate. I want them off because I don't want you distracted during the wedding. This is cool. You know, you have those moments like, this is cool. We're doing a workshop at Disney, right? I just had that moment. I'm like, this is really cool. So, because I remember when I shot my first Disney wedding a couple years here, I was super excited. So this is kind of cool to do a workshop here. So the carriage is going to be there. If you want a shot of just the carriage, which for your portfolio, it would be awesome. And you want to make sure my fat butt and my fedora is not in the way and everyone else, stay back and get a shot. There's only so many shots. See, here's the awesome thing for you guys. I'm the one that has the burden of documenting the day. None of you have that burden, right? One thing I always get on my photographers about is I said, it's my little concept of don't be a hero. Don't go and get these shots that you just want because they're artistic. You need to do a job for the client. Here's the awesome thing for you guys. I have to do that, not you. So you guys can go get those artistic shots and do the bokeh and zoom into the rose petal, and then they're you know, out of focus in the background. You can do all those cool shots. One thing I'm going to ask you guys is always be looking around, because I won't be able to say, hey, please move. I won't during the ceremony. So while I'm shooting, I need you to always, you can't get too engrossed in your shots. You have to keep looking at me. And during the middle of the ceremony, I'll come out and get a wide shot of everything. So I might need you guys to, I might need to say, hey, yeah, it's good. And if you guys aren't looking at me, it's going to be really hard. And the wedding goes so fast. I mean, the ceremony, maybe 20, 25 minutes. It goes so fast that I might lose that. As they're both exiting when they're done, I'm going to get a shot here. I'm going to kneel down. I'll do a lot of kneeling, so you guys will be able to shoot over me.
Do your pictures first with the coach?
And then that.
And then...
It sounds like a deal.
There you go.
They're getting married at Disney. So if you guys want people to recognize your shot at Disney, incorporate wide with tight shots. Does that make sense? The chairs are only going to be to here. Yeah, because it's a small group, right? So we're talking like we're going to be able to get close. So for our purposes, if this was a 300-person wedding, we'd be all the way back there. So for our workshop's sake, this is fantastic. If I'm here and I'm standing up and shooting, you guys can go left. You can flank me and get all the shots you want. Does that make sense? Now, if I go like this or something like, hey, move, that's going to be the sign. If I go like this, that means don't worry about it. Stay where you're at. I don't care where you are. What questions? You guys have been married like 5 times.
Yeah, I know. Isn't this great?
Larry?
On a normal wedding, that's, I guess, not a workshop wedding. What are we doing now? For details and stuff like that, do you spend time doing the rings?
Oh, we're doing that tomorrow.
I was going to ask that actually. Are we all going to get chances to work with the rings and stuff as well, or is that something you're going to kind of keep to it? Instead of fake ones.
I don't want the rings to be handed around.
Right, that's what I was...
So what'll most likely end up happening is I will have the rings. And Shannon was there with me in West Virginia. Everybody got ring shots. That's why I'm starting 2 hours early. I'll get my roto lights out. We'll put the rings there, and I'll create the shot, and then you guys can still it. So my main focus is the bride.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, once the bridesmaids are dressed, what you'll see me do is naturally go into a progression of shots where I will do individuals and a group shot in the dressing room once they're dressed. I don't take shots before they're dressed.
Have you ever had a wedding where you...
Probably.
Early on, before you really got everything down to where...
You mean two weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. To where maybe the timeline didn't work in your favor, and when you went to the bride or you went to the groom, there was no groomsman there, and when you went to the bride,
absolutely.
The makeup artist wasn't working on her and she wasn't ready, and you basically got nothing at that time.
Absolutely.
Up until maybe right after the ceremony where you might have had an hour, and at that time you have an hour to get everything, and then for 20 minutes everyone takes off, you got to bring them back and you don't get a lot of stuff.
Yeah, my running MO is I don't get pushed into stuff. If it's their fault, it's their fault. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if the makeup artist shows up 2 hours late, sue the makeup artist for my time. Does that make sense?
2 weeks ago, and that's how I feel. Like I got enough to tell a story, but not really enough to where I felt, you know. Like
I think once you're very, very, I'm not saying you're not, but once you're very,
I'm still learning, so I'm not.
Once I'm incredibly confident, I know that whatever is put towards me, I can shoot. So if it's not shot, it's not because of me. Okay. I'm also an advocate for the bride. You'll see me stick up for the bride. If someone's pissing off my bride, they've pissed me off. They piss off the bride, my shots are going to be bad. My shots are bad, I'm mad. I'm comfortable, because of the size of this wedding, to not force you to be in spots, whereas normally I really would, especially with a group this size. But because the wedding party is very small, I'm comfortable not restricting you. I would trust, I'm assuming that you guys want that freedom. Am I correct in that assumption? But I'm worried about you guys accidentally, or maybe even a tiny bit intentionally, getting a little greedy and ruining other people's shots. If that's happening, I hate to be like this, but you can tattletale. Because the last thing I want is for you guys to pay all this money. I mean, heck, at least half of you are from out of state. So the last thing I want you guys to do is spend your time, your money, your travel, and come down here, and then, or even for the Californians, and then you don't get shots, because that would piss me off if I was an attendee. So you can come and say, hey, you know what? Joyce is in all my shots. I can't stand that girl, okay? And I'll go talk to her. What time is it right now, 8?
8 o'clock.
All right, well, we can think of your questions, write them down, keep them in your heads, because that's why we have dinner, so we can answer all these questions. We can all sit down and drink and eat and have a good time. So, y'all ready? So the guys are getting ready over there, correct? And the gals are getting ready at which room?
In this room.
And that's one of the meeting rooms down there, right?
Yeah, yeah, they're all meeting.
All right, well, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, so we just finished the rehearsal. The folks at Disney were awesome. Herta came and helped us, showed us everything. Now we're gonna head off and have dinner to strategize for tomorrow and have just an amazing wedding. So I can't thank everybody enough for helping out. We're gonna head over to Tortilla Joe's in downtown Disney and do a dinner so we can strategize and be ready. So let's go. You ever been down here?
23 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you've never seen any of this? Come on, Johnny boy, dance for me, baby.
Outside, this is a bigger bar. I wouldn't mind trying that. Okay, outside.
I'm like, I thought she walked in here with us.
All right, so we're here at dinner. Here's Joyce. So we're here at Tortilla Joe's. There's Shannon, Larry, Nicole. So here's Cassie.
Cassie's our star.
Okay.
She's on the
Diet Coke. There's Tam.
Yeah. From San Diego.
Yes, perfect.
All right.
There is Chris. Hey, just so everyone knows, Chris is a chiropractor. He always gives us adjustments.
Oh, yeah.
He is, I'm serious.
Yeah, we need it.
There is Sexy Hair, also known as Jason. Here's Dee. She is a food aficionado. There's Laura. Laura loves to take pictures in the salt flats with me.
Yes, I do.
Yes, she does. Here's me, the least interesting of all of us.
Mr. Fedora.
Oh yeah, Mr. Fedora. By the way, we figured out that if I did not wear a fedora, I would be a really crappy photographer. It's my secret power. Here's Jason Allen.
Not true. Not true.
Not true. There's Jason Allen. We share the same first, or is Allen your last name?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm Jason Lanier. He's Jason Allen. So we don't look alike, but we're brothers. That's right. There's John. Nothing nice to say about him. There's Robin. We love her. She makes up for all the bad in John.
Where are they?
There's Larry. Larry gets me the hookups at local colleges, which is really cool. And now we're back to Nicky Nick. Now what I might try and do tomorrow night, if the bride and groom will be game, is I'll come out here, because this is almost 10 o'clock. I'll bring them back out here, put up my strobies, and it'll be awesome. But we have a really good group. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow. So we just finished dinner. We had a great time planning for tomorrow. You know, it's about 10 o'clock at night now. We're wrapping up, and we have a tremendous group. I can't wait to do the wedding tomorrow. We're gonna start at 3, a couple hours before the wedding, and then go through and shoot the wedding and make it happen. So until next time, keep shooting, guys, and we're gonna show you how we do it with this Real Wedding Workshop.